Hey, I'm Joe Smiles from Fat Loss S.O.S. and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so when you can get notified of all my videos as they come through. Hit the all button so that means that it pushes my notifications to your phone. Make as many comments as you want. I'm open to all comments. I believe in free speech, so make lots of comments about anything and everything and get involved in communication with other people. Today my video is 5 psychological tips that will help with permanent fat loss and help you get over yourself. So I was having this conversation with a client of mine and they were saying when they sit down they have this bubbly bubbles on their tummy, and then they pulled up their top and they showed me and they grabbed a lump of fat and they said, look, when I sit down it bubbles and when I stand up it can go, and I said, yeah, that's fine, and they've mentioned this a number of times, and I said it's just cellulite fat. So the bubbles are underneath the skin and it's bubbles of fat and accumulation, and so that when you sit down it creases and it causes this bubbly ripply effect, and then when you stand it goes. And the client said, but why does it do this? Why? And I said, it's not poisonous, it's not cancerous, it's not liquid underneath your skin, it's nothing to be worried about or ashamed. It's simply just you've got lots of fat there, and when you sit down the cellulite shows and it bubbles, and when you stand it irons itself out a bit and you can still grab the fat. And the client said to me, why are you so venomous about fat? And you hate fat, don't you? You don't like fat at all. I said, no, that's not the point I'm making at all. I said, the reason why my Fat Loss SOS course is called Fat Loss SOS and not weight loss is because weight can fluctuate up and down. You can drink a litre of water and put on a litre of weight. I said, ultimately, everyone wants to lose fat and change their body composition and reduce their body fat percentage. And your body fat percentage doesn't go up and down, it either goes down or it goes up, whereas your weight can fluctuate throughout the day from the morning to the evening, etc., etc. So I explained this to her and I said, you've got to use the word fat, and people have to get used to using the word fat, because at the end of the day people want to get rid of fat. They don't want to get rid of weight. It's not the 80s and 90s and the 2000s anymore where everyone was smoking and wanting to be stick thin and everyone was obsessed with what their body weight was. These days people want to look good, feel good, be healthy, be more educated about their health and to lose body fat. And that's why my fat loss course, and why when I write my ebooks it's all about replacing the word weight with fat. So what do we learn from this? Well, the 5 psychological tips that I'm going to give you now are the ones that will help you to permanently lose fat for life and help you to get over yourself, get over your mental problems. Number 1, humbleness. You've got to be humble. You've got to force yourself to eat humble pie. You've got to realize that you've got to take a step back and think, there's some things that I don't know and don't understand and I have to investigate and learn about stuff. So you've got to be humble and grounded and know that you don't know everything. Number 2, you must have openness. So you have to be open and flexible to new ideas and new thinking and behaviors that will allow you to develop opportunities to lose weight, fat over a long period of time and for the rest of your life, no matter what your circumstances in your life. So you must be open to new information, and you must be open to a learning process and a discovery of yourself and how you interact with others and how you interact with your environment and how you can train better and work out better and develop the skills to permanently lose body fat percentage so that you look after your health in the best possible way. Number 3, you must have personal acceptance. You have to accept yourself the way that you are now, currently, in order to change yourself in the future. If you don't know where you stand and you can't look at yourself objectively from the outside in and see yourself of how you are and how you act and how you behave in different situations and around food and around exercise and around people, then if you can't do that, you're never gonna lose the fat. So you have to be self-accepting of who you are so that you can move from where you are now to where you want to go. You need to know where you stand currently so that you can know where you want to end up and where your journey is going to take you. Number 4, you've got to be non-defensive. If you're defensive and every time you start a conversation with someone about your weight or your fat, and you start and they try and have an open conversation with you, and then you start defending yourself and then accusing them of stigmatizing you for being overweight, or mentioning the word fat, or you start arguments with them, then you're never going to lose the fat. You're gonna always be hooked on this whole I've got this weight, this is my weight stigma problem. You're projecting your problems onto other people. If you're wanting to lose your fat for good, you've got to be objective, and you've got to talk about fat and fatness and how to go about objectively losing it, and how to go about strategizing and writing things down and planning things and assessing how your plans go and what the outcomes are, and reflecting on if you could do better and how you could do better. And that's how you become non-defensive. You've got to really be open to the fact that you need to objectively talk about yourself in an open way and have open dialogue with people. And number 5, authenticity. You've got to be authentic with yourself, genuine, trustworthy of yourself. You have to look inside yourself and be honest with yourself. If you can't be authentic with yourself, how can you be authentic with your journey of learning how to lose body fat for the long term? You've got to look inside and confront your fears and your difficulties and your barriers, and look at your values. What do you value? What's authentic to you? And you've got to drop this weight stigma feeling that you think people are out to get you because you're fat or overweight or obese, when people are trying to help you or have open dialogue with you so that they can help you to change. You've got to also stop this weight stigma, internalizing it onto yourself as well, and think about how you can have honest conversations with yourself and how you behave and how you think in certain situations that lead to weight gaining or fat gaining situations, and try and turn those around so that you develop a fat losing lifestyle over time. You've got to confront your concerns, and that's how you become authentic. So those are the 5 tips on the psychological side of how to permanently lose fat and get over yourself. You've got to get over yourself, get out of your way mentally to allow a broader spectrum of opportunities and possibilities to arise to lose fat for life. My Fat Loss S.O.S course is all about this. It's about dropping the barriers, dropping the walls that you surround yourself with, and being single-minded and focusing about how can I go about making my health and my lifestyle as fit and as enjoyable as possible, and be at one and peace with myself currently, and then improve myself through personal development and make myself a better human being to myself and to others. You've got to get your psychological barriers under control first, and it's all about having the correct mindset, and I can help you with this with my online course. So I hope this has been beneficial and educational. I hope it's highlighted some issues that everybody has. The vast majority of people, almost everyone these days, is overweight or obese. So everyone has these hang-ups. You've got to get over them. 5 psychological issues are the biggest 5 that I mentioned, and good luck with that. And reach out to me if you have any difficulties, or mention things in the comments and we can talk about stuff.